In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Shan and Rebekka are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Dave, what's going on?
How are you?
Better than I deserve. Is it Shan? Did I pronounce that right?
You did a great job.
Perfect.
It is Shan.
Good deal. Where are you guys from?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Oh, fun. I'll be down there after the first of the year. I'm speaking at Calvary.
Oh,
Nice.
On first weekend of the year. Looking forward to it. They're launching our Financial Peace University through the whole church. So,
oh, great.
Nice.
very
great,
cool
great.
stuff. We're excited about that. Well, welcome to Nashville. You're here to do your debt-free scream.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And at least it wasn't bitter cold when you came north.
I
That's
know.
right.
Got a nice Tennessee day today. So, what kind of debt did you pay off? How much?
About $90K.
Cool. And how long did that take?
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth, Dave. It's about 3 years and 3 months. But the truth is, we took a year to think about it.
In that 3?
In that 3, we took a year to think about it. The second year, then we kind of thought about it a little bit more, and we actually really got gazelle intense the last 12 months.
Okay.
So the bulk of it happened the last 12 months.
Like over half of it.
Well over half of it.
Okay. Household income during that time?
We started at about 60 an hour, above 100.
Way to go, guys. What do you guys do for a living?
We work in IT. I'm a clinical software trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm an information technology manager.
Perfect. Very cool. All right. What kind of debt was the $90,000?
Most of it was student loans, and $1,000 was for credit cards, or $800 was for credit cards and some medical bills.
Okay. So the last year you've just been on, you cash flowed a big chunk of this.
A
Right.
big chunk. Our AC went out. We cash flowed that. We had car issues. We cash flowed that as well. Had dental issues. We
So
cash flowed that
how
as
do
well.
you go from thinking about it for 2 years to getting really crazy serious gazelle intense? What happened?
We would start budgeting, and then we would create the budget, but then we wouldn't stick to it. And then we would start over again. And about 2 years before we took the class, we took the FPU class in Plantation, Florida. We were married 2 years when we took the class. And so we had accounts, and a lot of our finances were not together at that time. So it took some time for us to kind of decide how we were going to create our financial plan together.
And when we first took the class, we went on a trip to Jacksonville. It might have been a trick on hers, but she trapped me in a condo for 1 week to do our budget. 1 week.
Yeah, we got it
Honey,
done.
let's go out of town. You're locked in here till you do a budget.
Yeah.
Love it. That's fabulous. So what happened a year ago? What changed?
So within those 3 years, I was contracting, and Shanley had started listening to the show. And at that time, I didn't know about the show. And so he'd come home and tell, stories and be really excited about different things that he heard on the show. And I was contracting at the time. And he said, I heard on the show that if you're not working full time, because I was kind of deciding on if I was going to start working full time or not, or just stay contracting, to stop paying off the debt. And I was like, I don't care what Dave said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But so he was saving, whenever I would get paid with my check, he would start saving it. So he saved a lot of that. And once I started working full time, we took a chunk of it and put it towards the debt.
But what made you change your intensity?
I'm glad you asked that. So we have a friend of mine who's actually a real good part of our support system. He came in, and he was sort of a mediator at that point, or one of the mediators. And
Between the two of you?
yes, between the two of us. And he said, hey, you guys have this, you have this amount. Why don't you guys agree upon, amount that you can pay and save? And so he was the right person to say that, because if I said it, it wouldn't have gone well. And if she said it, it probably wouldn't have gone well. So he was sort of the catalyst at that moment to help get us through. But before that, as a child, what started me personally on this journey, and she was also on this journey as a child as well with her parents, is that my father grew up in a country in Jamaica. And he told me the story where he was about 5 years old, and he'd walk X amount of miles. The usual story, walk 10, 15 miles to class. But he said he was so poor that when they had recess or time to go out and play, he would take his lunch break and he would drink water in the water fountain from the water fountain and go back in class. And that was his lunch. He had no food. And that sunk in with me. It stayed in for the rest of my life. And I said, you know what? I felt really bad for my father. And I was like, you know what? I don't want that to ever happen again, ever, to any one of our family members. So it was this class that actually helped put us on the same page.
Yeah. And just to add to that, last year or maybe 2 years ago, you had a special for financial coaching. And so we called Rusty, who's here in the lobby with us.
Yeah.
And Rusty helped us work that budget. You know, he really simplified it for us.
Yeah.
And was that about a year ago?
Yes.
Okay, so the mediator and Rusty gave you a plan, and that got you energized.
Absolutely.
Okay, now that makes sense. Because, I mean, you kind of went from sort of kind of screwing around with it for 2 years, I'm thinking about it, to now, you, boom, game on. I mean, you went to game on. I was trying to see what flipped that switch, and so a good coach helped.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
both of those were good coaches, it sounds like, a mediator and then Rusty, one of our coaches. Yeah.
Right.
So very cool. Well, congratulations, you guys.
Thank
so
you.
what is the key to getting out of debt?
Great coaching.
Great coaching.
Great coaching.
Very cool. Okay.
And the budget. Like, we noticed that when we didn't stick to it all the time, and we noticed it big time. You know, we overspent when we didn't use the budget, or we forgot certain things. Like, going through your budget plan helped us to remember things like the license renewal or life insurance. That's the annual fee, like annual fees.
Gotcha.
So it helped out a lot with that. And we also, it also helped us with setting up like separate funds.
Gotcha.
So like when the AC broke down, we had, you know, funds to pay for that and things like that. So our emergency fund was still intact. So thank you so much.
Dave, I also want to add that throughout the process of 3.5 years, we were going through some marital problems. And the process helped us get through it. And I was talking to Rusty today, who's a great coach. And when we first started, I was thinking, yes, we'll pay off the debt. Everything will be great. But I only thought of it from the financial aspect. I didn't think about what would happen actually when we finally finish the whole process of what happens to you, how you have to grow, the things you have to change about yourself, and how you have to just grow exponentially to be able to tackle that kind of thing. You know, Jim Rohn said, if you want to be a millionaire, it's great for anybody to try and do it, because not for the financial aspect, but for who you have to become. So I want to encourage any family that's out there, any couple that's out there, hey, if you're not doing well, you guys are not getting along, don't worry about it. Just keep going forward, keep moving forward. You guys will get your act together, and it will work out. Because if we could do it, anybody could do it.
Amen to that.
Well, congratulations, you two. Very well done. All right, Shan and Rebekka, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. $90,000 paid off in 3 years and 3 months, making $60,000 up to $100,000 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
We won!
We won! We won! We're debt-free!
Love it, love it, love it. Well done, you two. Well done. Man, that's killer. That is how it's done. Well, you guys would be so rich so fast and be able to do so much not only for yourselves and for your family, but for others.